Thank you to Prime Minister Philip Davis for hosting us here in the Bahamas. Canada has strong partnerships across the Caribbean community that we have for decades. Today has been a good opportunity to reinforce those solid foundations of our relationships, building on our shared priorities of economic growth, creating good jobs, meaningful climate action, and strengthening democracy. Cette rencontre de la CARICOM nous a permis de renforcer nos relations et de discuter de nouvelles possibilités de partenariat et des nouveaux défis pour la région et du reste du monde. The gravity of the crisis in Haiti was one of the main topics of discussion at today's meetings. Violent armed gangs are using murder, rape, kidnapping, and more to terrorize vulnerable Haitians. Endemic corruption has created a climate of impunity that is fueling instability. On est solidaire avec les Canadiens d'origine haïtienne et tout le peuple haïtien. On travaille de près avec les dirigeants pour aider à régler la crise politique, humanitaire et de sécurité. Le Canada appuie le peuple haïtien depuis des décennies, and we will continue to be there to provide assistance in the best ways possible alongside partners in the region and around the world. We continue to empower the Haitian National Police and provide them with equipment and tools that they need. Earlier today, I announced that Canada will airlift another 3 additional MRAPs purchased by the Haitian National Police, which are scheduled to arrive in the coming days. MRAPs are mine-resistant, ambush-protected vehicles. We will also be deploying Royal Canadian Navy vessels off the Haitian coast to help stabilize the situation and support national authorities, and to address security concerns throughout the region and help stop human trafficking and the flow of drugs and weapons. We announced $1.8 million to strengthen border and maritime security across the Caribbean. J'ai aussi annoncé une nouvelle série de sanctions contre 2 autres membres de l'élite économique et politique qui se servent de leurs ressources et influences pour soutenir les groupes criminels. Au total, le Canada a maintenant imposé des sanctions à 17 personnes. On a des raisons de croire que ces gens se servent de leur statut d'élite notoire en Haïti pour protéger des groupes criminels armés et faciliter leurs activités comme le trafic des drogues et d'autres actes de corruption. Il y a aussi des besoins humanitaires criants en Haïti. Le Canada offre son aide depuis le début de cette crise. Aujourd'hui, j'ai annoncé aussi de nouveaux fonds pour assurer la sécurité et la résilience des femmes et des enfants haïtiens qui vivent le long de la frontière entre Haïti et la République dominicaine. Le Canada s'engage aussi à verser 12,3 millions de dollars de plus en aide humanitaire pour aider à répondre aux besoins les plus urgents. Of course, the other ongoing major challenge in the region is the fight against climate change. Les États de la CARICOM sont des petites îles et des écosystèmes côtiers à faible altitude, alors ils ressentent encore plus les effets des changements climatiques. Les phénomènes météorologiques extrêmes sont de plus en plus courants et la hausse du niveau de la mer menace leurs communautés et leurs économies. Today, we are announcing almost $45 million in new funding to support regional organizations that will improve disaster preparedness and climate resilience and support nature-based solutions to climate change while protecting biodiversity in the Caribbean. I want to acknowledge their global leadership on climate action and reiterate Canada's continued support. We stand with you and will continue championing your voices around the world. Canada also sees opportunities for us all to work together to create good jobs, including through our work to build a clean economy and tackle climate change. There are billions of dollars in trade between Canada and the Caribbean every year, including through tourism, and we want to work together to grow our economies in sustainable and mutually beneficial ways. Canada is extending our CARICOM tariff exemption program to continue promoting trade and investment with our Caribbean partners. I had many one-on-one meetings with leaders here where we talked about these issues, including with the Prime Ministers of the Bahamas, Barbados, Jamaica, and Haiti, as well as with Chris Dodd, the United States Special Presidential Envoy to the Americas. This has been a short but extremely productive trip. I look forward to the work we will continue to do together to strengthen our ties and build a better future for everyone. Thank you very much. Merci.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Merci, le Premier ministre. We now have 20 minutes for questions from the media. Nous avons 20 minutes pour les questions des médias et on va commencer avec Global News. Talia?
Good evening, Prime Minister. What's your reaction to Brenda Lucky's departure, and when can we expect you'll appoint a new RCMP commissioner?
I want to begin by thanking Brenda Lucky for her years of service to the RCMP and her past 5 years of service as commissioner. It hasn't been an easy time in Canada or for the RCMP, but I appreciate very much all her leadership and wish her the very best for the years to come. We will, of course, embark upon a process to select the next commissioner of the RCMP.
You spoke with Haiti's acting Prime Minister today. What kind of assistance did he request from Canada? Did he ask for ships or for personnel?
The situation in Haiti is absolutely heartbreaking. There is a humanitarian crisis, there is a political crisis, there is a security crisis, all at the same time. The work that we've done throughout this visit, both with the Prime Minister of Haiti, but also with Caribbean partners, is focused on resolving that in ways that keep the Haitian people and the Haitian leadership at the center of the solutions we're building. Whether it's continuing to step up on humanitarian aid, whether it's moving forward to bring together political voices to create political stability, or most importantly, working to support the Haitian National Police and their ability to restore peace and ensure the safety of people in Haiti. We will continue to do what is necessary as we keep the focus on solutions by and for Haitian leadership and people.
Prochaine question, Valérie.
Monsieur le Premier ministre, vous avez parlé dans votre discours que pour arriver à bout de cette crise-là, il fallait qu'il y ait un engagement des Haïtiens à tenir des élections justes et libres. Est-ce que c'est une condition que vous posez à l'aide que le Canada pourrait apporter, ou la forme d'une future aide que le Canada voudrait apporter? Et vous voyez ça, des élections, dans quel espace de temps? On a parlé de novembre, mais là, ça semble de moins en moins probable.
C'est une très bonne question. Laissez-moi être absolument clair. La priorité, la plus grande priorité, sinon la seule priorité, c'est de restaurer la stabilité et la sécurité pour le peuple haïtien. Nous devons, pour le faire, s'engager et responsabiliser le leadership haïtien, c'est certain, mais nous devons faire tout ce qu'on peut en tant que communauté internationale, en tant que partenaires et amis d'Haïti, de faire tout ce qu'on peut pour mettre fin à la violence et permettre à la police nationale haïtienne d'être elle-même capable de protéger et de stabiliser la situation sécuritaire pour le peuple haïtien. Évidemment, c'est important que Haïti tienne des élections, mais nous savons que nous devons avoir une situation stable pour la population haïtienne avant de pouvoir aller vers des élections. Si les gens ont peur de quitter leur maison, ils ne vont pas pouvoir participer pleinement et de la bonne façon à des élections si importantes. Alors oui, les élections, ça va être important, mais on ne met pas d'échéancier concret dessus. On a besoin de stabilité et de consensus politique pour permettre à une restauration de sécurité et d'ordre. Mais les élections, oui, c'est important, mais on n'est pas en train d'en faire ni une condition immédiate, ni mettre une urgence immédiate sur ce délai-là.
Et quelle mission vous avez donnée au commandant des 2 navires de classe Kingston? Parce que c'est quand même des guerres de gangs de rue. Puis là, on envoie un bateau, on comprend, dans la baie d'Haïti. Qu'est-ce qu'il va faire? Qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire?
On sait que d'avoir une présence maritime dans la baie va interdire et va certainement dissuader les gangs d'utiliser l'océan, la mer, pour continuer leurs efforts de violence contre et de contrôle du peuple haïtien. On a vu dans le passé que d'avoir un navire là a fait une grosse différence et on est là pour soutenir dans la mission de sécurité de la police nationale haïtienne.
Next question.
Hey, Marie Danielle Smith from CP. President Biden said today that he's asked for sharper rules on unidentified aerial objects, how to know which ones have posed a threat, how to know when to take them down. Is Canada going to be undertaking a similar process and updating our rules as well?
We will be working with our American partners on protection of North American airspace. This is something that every step of the way we've done together through my conversations with Biden and other top officials, through the work that we do together in NORAD in keeping North American airspace safe for civilian traffic and free from threats. We're absolutely going to be working together to ensure that we have procedures in place going forward that are going to be appropriate for these sorts of situations.
And does Canada agree that the 3 objects that were recently shot down were most likely benign, private research or recreational craft?
We still don't know exactly what those objects were. We do know, however, that they posed a reasonable threat to civilian air travel, and that's why we needed to take action, because the safety of Canadians and of people traveling legally through our airspace needs to be top of mind for us at all times, and that's why we made those decisions. But there are many more questions to continue answering, and we're working with our American partners to get those answers.
Prochaine question.
Glenn McGregor, CTV. Prime Minister, can you explain how ships are going to be used to stop what is essentially an urban gang combat problem? And can you also pledge that the Canadian ships won't be used to intercept migrants who are trying to flee Haiti?
The Canadian ships are not there and will not be there to intercept migrants. They are there to assist the Haitian National Police in their efforts to control the gang activity in Port-au-Prince and along the coast. We have seen in the past that the presence of Coast Guard ships or ships there from allies significantly dissuaded the gangs from using the waterways as an extra sphere of influence for them. They will be there to support the Haitian National Police.
And Commissioner Paul Rouleau will make public his report tomorrow into your use of the Emergencies Act to stop the Ottawa Freedom Convoy. To what extent does your credibility, your government's credibility, depend on him supporting your choice to invoke the Act and use those extraordinary powers?
I think for a lot of Canadians, the credibility of government, the credibility of institutions relied on us being able to assure the free flow of goods across our borders, the ability for citizens to go home or go to work unimpeded by illegal protests and occupations. We needed to take action a year ago, and we did so in a measured, responsible, time-limited way. I want to thank the Commissioner and all the staff of the inquiry for working extremely rapidly on an extremely difficult file with very tight timelines. To highlight the tightness of the timelines, I look forward to reviewing the Commission's report tomorrow morning and speaking about it with Canadians tomorrow afternoon. Je pense que la crédibilité de nos institutions et de notre gouvernement était en jeu il y a 1 an, quand les gens s'attendaient à ce que leur gouvernement, leurs institutions, leurs forces policières puissent assurer le libre cours de biens à travers nos frontières et la protection de citoyens qui voulaient se rendre chez eux et de vivre en paix dans nos centres-villes. C'est pour ça qu'on a invoqué la loi sur les mesures d'urgence de façon limité, responsable et raisonnable. Je veux remercier évidemment le commissaire et tous ceux qui ont travaillé avec lui pour avoir travaillé sur un rapport extrêmement important dans un très bref délai. Pour souligner à quel point c'est un délai bref, j'ai bien hâte de prendre connaissance de ce rapport demain matin pour pouvoir en parler avec les Canadiens demain après-midi.
Next question.
Prime Minister, you've said that you want the Haitian National Police to lead the effort in Haiti. It's a very small police force, fewer than 10,000 for a country with over 11 million people, and it appears to be shrinking, not growing, and we're expecting a further wave of resignations and defections from the Haitian police. How confident are you that they can do this by themselves, and what sort of a time frame do you expect that to occur in, weeks, months, years?
We saw throughout the fall that the combination of sanctions from outside, direct support for the police with equipment and other supports were able to significantly degrade the impact of the gangs through the fall in Haiti and allow for the freer movement of medicines, of water, of food, and of fuel. Over the past few weeks, we have seen some very difficult times for the Haitian National Police Force. We've seen a degradation of their capacities, which is why it is so important now to do as much as we can quickly to support them. We, as I said, are airlifting more equipment to them. The conversations we had around the table with Caribbean leaders were focused on how we can strengthen and further legitimize and enable the Haitian National Police to keep people safe. The reality in this situation is it is an ongoing horrific tragedy of extraordinary proportions. But what we have seen is that this is happening despite all the best will and the engagement by Canadians and people from around the world over the past 3 decades. We cannot continue to do the same thing and hope for a different outcome. That's why everything we are doing now needs to be focused on responsibilizing Haitian leadership to be part of the solution and focused on solutions that are driven by the Haitian people themselves. Now, we understand this is an atrocious situation, and we do need to be there very actively to support, which is exactly what we're doing, and what I certainly hope will come out of this CARICOM meeting, as in more support and more engagement by regional partners as well. It's a situation that will require us all to step up, but to do so in ways that, like I said, keeps the delivery of those solutions and the creation of stability for the Haitian people as much as possible in the hands of Haitians themselves.
And could you describe how this consensus seems to have emerged that Canada should take the lead on this issue? Did Canada volunteer? Was it volunteered by others? And how far does this responsibility go? If there is a complete breakdown in Haiti, for example, and the police disintegrates, will that be Canada's responsibility to fix that situation?
I'm not going to get into hypotheticals about what if, because I am very much focused on doing whatever we can right now to make sure we don't get to what ifs in the coming weeks and months. But Canada stepped up last September with significant, heretofore unseen sanctions directly against the economic and political elites that in Haiti are so directly responsible for the ongoing instability, not just the political instability, but the violence and the support of gangs in this country. As we stepped up on sanctions, we also stepped up with support for the Haitian people through humanitarian aid, support for the police through equipment. We have strengthened our presence in the embassy to be able to engage more and fact-find and see what is most necessary on the ground. We have an extraordinary ambassador who is carrying an awful lot on his own shoulders in terms of engaging with all different leaderships across the Haitian political spectrum, working with the police, working with people on the ground. Canada is elbows deep in terms of trying to help. But we know from difficult experience that the best thing we can do to help is enable the Haitian leadership and the Haitian people themselves to be driving their pathway out of this crisis. That is what we are doing, and that is what we are here at this CARICOM meeting to encourage and enable our allies in this region to be part of that solution as well. It's not a simple situation. It's not going to have any easy answers. But if we want to truly see a path forward that is sustainable and lasting for the Haitian people, we need to be here for it.
Next question.
Hi, Prime Minister. David Thurton, CBC News. So are you saying that Canada is ruling out sending Canadian forces, Canadian police, or even maybe supporting other Caribbean countries that want to do that? Is Canada ruling that out?
I'm pleased to be announcing today that we are continuing to step up in our support for Haitian National Police, because we believe the best thing to do right now is to be there to enable the police to be more effective on the ground, to keep the safety and security of the Haitian people now, and do what we can politically and through sanctions and through economic pressures to degrade the money, the influence, even the weapons flowing to the gangs from other countries, including the United States. These are things we're trying to do right now at the same time, and all our focus is on what we can do right now.
Okay. On a totally different topic, a domestic issue, CBC is reporting that the RCMP's watchdog ruled that Mounties in Saskatchewan failed to properly search for a missing woman who died of hypothermia. And she died not far away from where she was last seen. I don't know if you've heard of this case, but one of my colleagues would like to ask you what you make of it.
I have not heard the details of this case, but obviously it is heartbreaking to see continued challenges and continued tragedies involving policing across the country, particularly involving Indigenous people. We need to do better. We all need to do better, and that means understanding the systemic racism and discrimination that exists in all institutions in Canada, and working to improve those institutions with measures that ensure that these kinds of tragedies stop continuing to occur.
Theo Seeley, Eyewitness News. Targeted sanctions have been leveled on 15 people by Canada due to reported funneling of funds to Haitian gangs. A former Haitian senator and interior minister is reportedly on that list. What is the criteria that lands someone on the sanction list? How does the process of investigation into suspected individuals pan out? And is this process of surveillance something that Canada plans to share with CARICOM so that regional states are able to do the same?
Canada has long recognized that much of the instability in Haiti comes from a small number of powerful elite families who are fomenting instability and financing violence for their own gains at terrible cost to the Haitian people. That is why, from the very beginning, we have stepped up on sanctions. We're actually up to 17 sanctions with the two I've announced today. And we're seeing that it actually has a significant, and certainly had a significant impact through the fall, and will continue to have an impact on those directly responsible for their fellow countrymen and women's hardship and suffering. We have been working with friends and allies throughout the region and around the world for them to step up as well on sanctions and to do even more, because we know that until the Haitian elites and leadership are held to account for their role in this horrific crisis in Haiti, we will not be able to deal with it. We have to get to the root causes, not just the symptoms. That's why we will continue to step up on sanctions and exhort all of our friends and allies to do the same.
Take one more question.
Hi, Ava Turnquest, Eyewitness News. As has been well established, the situation in Haiti is worsening, deepening. It's already past the point that we as humans can bear. Has Canada been asked to put boots on the ground? And is it waiting for such an ask? What will it take? And notwithstanding that, is it committed to funding a CARICOM group? Because we have seen from CARICOM a willingness to get on the ground, but there's a lack of funding. Has Canada committed that funding?
Over the past 30 years, Canada has sent many, many missions to Haiti. UN missions, humanitarian missions, missions to build hospitals, missions to support police, missions to support prison guards. We've continued to step up and be there for the Haitian people, and we have made commitments that we will continue to do that. However, we also must learn from what has worked and what has not worked in the past. And that's why our focus now is on ensuring that through strengthening the Haitian National Police, equipping them better, ensuring the best for them in their ability to do their jobs, at the same time as we look to degrade politically and economically the impact of the gangs, we have our best chance to ensure that Haitians themselves are able to solve for and end this terrible cycle of violence. What's happening in Haiti is absolutely heartbreaking, and we need to do everything we can that will help. And that's why we are focused on making sure that whether it's with partners or with friends, we're doing everything we can to empower Haiti to get through this with itself leading the way. Merci tout le monde.
Thank you. That will conclude today's press conference. Merci. Ça va mettre fin à la conférence de presse.